Yo, what's up, guys? How we doing? Oh, Nick here with some raw day trading. And let's get into it and look at some footage of the day. So I started the video recording pretty late. I did not turn on my camera or my screen record before they open. And because of that, we are starting off around 9:45. But it's valid, and I love it because hindsight makes you think like you should have known everything. And it was hard to know a lot of stuff today. So this was me trying to trade SILO, which I did all right, but it actually ended up being better later in the day when no one was trading and I had a clear read on it. In these locations where it was moving pretty quickly, the size that I was using, it made me pause for a second, and it made me a little bit slower to pull the trigger, which, arguably, maybe I should have traded with 1,000 shares, but whatever. And then the chart setups were not looking great. It was doing this weird grindy action and these little mini double tops, and I'm thinking it's just going to go down, and I'm thinking it's going to be a big flush, and I can't take a dip around 3 because it's too obvious, and yada, yada, yada. Having said that, I am up 300 on it, and up like 260 on the day or something. So, fuck it, Not every stock falls into alignment with your internal mental archetypes, and sometimes you can't read them well. And so you just got to go with what you got. This is me over here on the left, losing money on NAAS. I think it pops right back up here. It's just a level 2 right here. I think I chicken out right here. Even though it keeps holding my price, I chicken out, yeah. I chicken out, and that would have been actually a really good trade. It was a decent read. Even though I lost a little bit on the first, I was afraid to lose again, and so it goes back down to retest mid-60s, I think, like right here. But then immediately pops up. Actually, it doesn't even test. It just pops up, and that would have been a nice one right there. I would have held. Looking at the bid, I'm not thinking I can get out on the ass. I'll try, but nice little bid right there. Someone's trying to get in. Nice. I'd be unloading a little bit right there, and then probably the rest right there. Cool. All right, now this SILO, which was annoying because I kept thinking it was going to fail. These kind of rejections on the 5 minutes usually are indicators that it will fail, and it is making it super volatile, making a lower high right there. That's telling me for now, at least, it's going to be a minute before anything happens. So yeah, day trading is risky, by the way, if you didn't know that. Do not trade with real money. And if you do, don't take my advice, because I have no idea what I'm talking about. Yo no soy el jefe, huh? Yeah. I just make these for my journaling purposes. And, if you enjoy watching this, cool. Subscribe if you want. Ain't no big thing to me. This is just part of my daily process. I figure why not put it on the boob tubes. All right, so 645 dip fail on NAS. I think the NAS fail was more closer to the open when I actually took the first dip. Let's see, when I take it. Okay, so I'm looking at it here. It's above 6. You can't see it on the chart, but it was above 6, and it's in this progression downward. And I take the dip, get filled on the bid, but it just keeps going. And I'm waiting for the dip below 6. Looks like it's hesitating right there. Put an offer on the bid, get filled, and then I should be cutting right there. And I do. Wow. But I get back in. It looks good there for a second too. And I try to get on the offer. And then immediately I get flipped. See, that's what makes me think. That's what makes me think these stocks move pretty much only because of shit that like these algorithms are just like, because like 500 shares, like there's 500 shares right there, there's 400 right there. I think they respond, I think these market makers or whatever respond to not what's on the bid so much as the change in the bid or the change in the offer. Either that or it's people just responding almost instantaneously. So let's watch that again. Okay, so I'm back in again because it's hesitating and it's going in my direction. I put it on the offer, but there's a couple orders there. Like, let's watch it when it gets pinned there. Okay, so I put a limit order out at 603, trying to capture the spread. What happens? So it's not just me. A couple people put orders on the offer there. Then, yeah, it's this one right here. This guy, these guys. What was the bid at? So man, in there. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't respond to my order specifically. It just feels like that because everyone's thinking the same shit, which is not a good way to trade. So there's people piling in. Also, you don't notice this in real time as much. So this is another reason why. Let's see if I can see it in real time. But the 599 orders, like these are longs piling in basically. Like I'm pretty sure it's longs, maybe except for this guy is a short covering because one, dumb money, either that or they're stopping out. But no one's buying the offer. The offer is not bought at all during this process. One person gets a fill above 6. Another person gets an order on the offer. It's just travesty. And someone gets slippage on a 5,000 share position, stopping out because it's a short sell restriction, which means they couldn't be hit the bid. Like that if it were short. Yeah. Okay. So what would I do differently? Okay. Hesitation, get back in. Yeah, do it. I get in, I stop out, perfect. It hesitates, get back in. Hesitates, stop out. And I'd be getting to a break even at least. but I'm holding here, so I'd be stopping right there. I should stop right there. Should stop out. Should have stopped out, and then finally stop out right there. Okay, so that's another thing. I was waiting for like the bounce. Waiting. And it's almost deceptive because I only have 500 shares on. You know, I'm like, but the reason I have 500 shares on is because the thing can move 50 cents at a time, which it just did right there. And 50 cents of 500 is still 250. So, still an annoying fuck you. Even though I'm in at 90, I'm in at a good position. That's also what I was thinking. I'm like, hey, you know, in good position. Anyways, all my flawed thinking aside, or my lack thereof, the mistake happened at not taking the second break-even cut. Okay. So it would have been easily a $400 day aside from this. And maybe more because I would have kept on trading it. Cut right there or cut right there. Even if I'm getting filled to 85, totally cool. Okay. One more time. In. Cut. Or if I'm holding for a little bit longer, in. Cut. And I'm getting filled at 85. That's okay. And then getting back in, I get back in at actually a decent place. But I was so kind of shell shocked from not cutting the first time and taking that L that I was like, I just can't. I can't get into a halt down situation. I can't let the screen go to red. I just can't. And that's just everything. Like that's the chicken shit. So chicken shit, it's okay. Better than getting burnt, you know. All right, on to the next. That was one of the timestamps of the day. Okay, we have a 10:07 highlight on SILO. So let's fast forward here. Look at all this nonsense on SILO. Oh, and I totally missed that. I don't trade any of this stuff really. Like, look, I have 6,000 shares bought sold here. I totally miss any of this stuff. And the reason being was I kept thinking that it was going straight down. It had already done this kind of check high, check high, check high. And I'm like, what happens when you check high so many times? I'm thinking fade here, consolidate, then for the pump back through 3.4. But what ends up happening is churn high, go down, churn high, go down, churn high, go down, and then and also the daily chart looked like dog shit. Absolute dog shit. Yeah. Well, not absolute dog shit. It just looked like high volume days. They were just like spike reds. They would pop up, gap high, go higher, come down red. And I was thinking this was the version of the go higher already, and we're done. And I tend to like to be trading in the same direction as the move. There was a little bit of play there I could have played with. And that's okay. Dot, 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 that's okay. That's what Mosey would say. It's like there's all this action here that I didn't really take advantage of. I had 3 trades on it. One was right here as it was bouncing up into 3. I think one was lower here as I was breaking above pre-market highs. And then just like this shit here, I just like, no. Where did I take it? Oh. Alright. Where would I take it? Where would I take it? Okay, so I would be thinking here a fail from 25. But that's a strong close. And immediately it pops up. So either, and then it's the close of the, okay. So it's a strong 5-minute close. That might have been what I could have been looking at as it was forming. And I was kind of waiting for the dip. Just dip here, and it kind of held, but and then from here, it's like I know it's going, but like, where do I get in? There, to like 34. Oh, and I'm down 10 cents immediately. It looks like it's gonna fail. Get in there. The big offer comes in. I think a lot of people thought this was gonna fail right there. Okay, but it doesn't. It keeps holding, so get in there. What happens? There. Okay. So now there was some clearance. Now I'd be holding, 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 looking for 45 or the 40s. I'd be cutting right there, which someone else did as well. That's why I jumped down to 33. And then it would just be, if I waited that long and I didn't front run that guy, I would be red or just break even. Popped 40, cut. Okay. So if I cut at 40 a little bit early, I'd be able to get a nice trade in. And where's the next one? Right there. No cut. Right there. Oh, now cut down 10 cents. Okay, so that's faulty. Faulty premise. Ah, okay. Also, this high volume bar, those tend to get reversed. Even though this keeps pushing, those tend to get reversed. All right. So I would have to be more cautious once that bar closed. Maybe take one trade, but not a couple. And definitely if it was hesitating, not holding, because it's not like a strong. It's not like a strong setup where I think a lot of buyers would come in and keep pushing it higher. Okay, so let's fast forward to 10. 10:07. All right. Goes up, goes up. Oh, look at that. And it's just grinding. I'm still just waiting here, and I haven't taken any trades since like over maybe right here or something. I'm just I don't want to take any of this. This all looks ugly. It looks like, yeah, maybe it goes to 50, but so that effectively did scare me out of the trade. Mainly just because I don't have a plan around these types of stocks. And then high volume bar right there. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's okay. I mean, okay, entry. It seems to be holding. Click. I think I start trying to trade it up here too. Because it's just like these open up, not at the strangest times, but at like the least risk averse times. Let's go to 4. And now, right now, like everybody else, I'm like, how did I miss that? So I'm like, I gotta jump in. I gotta trade it up to 4. And realistically, each of these like excursions higher have to get tested low first. And let's see what happens. Oh, first dip was nice. Where would I have gone in on that first dip? Okay, so it's over here. It's kind of hesitating. Doesn't look good to get in. We're back through 70 right there. Oh, and I'd be stopping right there, and then getting back in right there. Uh, all right, how about what the most profitable move would have been? Okay, so 2 profitable moves. One would be pops above, goes below, you buy right there. It holds, you buy again, maybe. You're like, is this gonna fail? And it just keeps going. And it hesitates. You might want to take some off. Holding through all of this stuff is insane. But it keeps going up. It keeps going up. And then the explosion. You'd be like, oh, what do I do here? I'd be cutting right there. And then getting back in. Right there. And then you're like, okay, what's going to happen now? It's the first step. I'm underwater a little. Nice. Nice. Better. Good. Cut. And it goes down to 70. Okay, so this is just a very, very gamified one. Such a gamified name. It's like some price action is buy, cut. Buy, cut. Huh. Some price action is not is more substantial and more meaningful, and some is more like you're playing with, you're chopping around perceptions. And what I mean by that is like the market perceives something and you're like, oh, I don't believe it. And it goes back the other way, you sell it for a little bit and it comes back, you go back and forth. And it's like a little game of ping pong. And this is definitely like that. It's like you think one thing and it's never that thing that you're thinking it is. And so it just bounces back and goes a different way. Wow. And this is, whoa, that was a nice trade. Wow. Okay. Okay. Here's what I was thinking. I remember this. This isn't even on the highlight reel. Highlight, what is that? 9:59. So this is kind of dangerous. But what I was thinking is there's a lot of buying volume here, a lot of people watching this, or at least in it. There's a lot of buying volume on this could run up, and then it looks like this candle's about to close. It looks like a small red candle, and I'm waiting at least for a test high before it fails. And so that's the thesis behind this move, which I'm going to put into my highlight reel of the day. Even got in a little late. That's okay. I got filled a little low. And that's okay. I think I tried getting back in here. I think I actually get back all the profits from that. I'm trying to do something. Yeah. I'm smart enough to not to take this. But where I got was on the slap back. I think I'm smart enough not to take this. Yeah. You see that bid pop up? And like it's not going anywhere? It's usually not a good sign. It's like you want to judge the market in response to what it's showing. So if it's showing strong, like like bids popping up, and it's going in one direction, then your buying is justified. If it's, damn, apparently I don't know what I'm talking about because I missed that move. I missed the break of 4. Could have taken that for a second, I think. I have to cut there. There's so much mishmash on the tape. All right. Well, I have no idea what I'm saying. A lot of these signals are just noise. Now I just feel stupid for leaving so much on the table. I thought that was a good trade. It was one good trade and a lot of missed trades. So let's go back there. Where's all the stuff I could have got? All right, so it's 4. We got this. Doesn't fail there. Could buy there. Sell. Buy. Ooh. Sell. Buy. Cut. Buy. Cut. Fuck. See, I keep, like, when it's focus fast action that keeps going up, I keep trying to take it higher instead of taking it as it goes lower, even though it's better to get those. And a lot of times it's like a cadence thing. It's like I take the trade for the breakout. Explain this real quick. And this is for myself mostly. So I take the trade for the breakout, I cut it as it's going down, and immediately it flips back up to the highs. And so I have a choice: I can get back in, or I could wait for it to like go high and then come down again. And if I if I buy it, usually I'm stopping out again, especially on these types of movers where it's just like buy, 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 and it just does these kind of like undulating motions that like make it look really high once it goes high and make it look like it's going really low once it goes low, and it just does that until it makes an explosion in one direction, or just totally fails. And both can be kind of brutal when they happen. But let me settle that. Let's get back to watching. Okay, so that's 12. Buy. Sell. Buy. Buy. Sell. Buy. Sell. Buy. Sell. Buy. Yeah, see, I got off rhythm right there. And now it's trying to break through 4. Holding. 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 Sell. Sell at 30. Okay, so that would have been a nice trade, but I didn't trade it, whatever. All right. So with that explosion, I'm kind of off of it. I'm like, either this thing's going to halt up, and I trade. I'm just not. I don't have that skill yet of trading halts at this level with this size, and I want to trade with size. And so I know it. When this candle closes red, I'm like, okay, it's actually gonna pull back, because that was like a bit of a move. Goes, it goes, it goes, goes. I'm like not even trading it really. And I'm like, okay, taking a bigger perspective now. As you can see, I zoomed out a little bit. This looks like it's going to get reversed. And I'm just waiting for that first 1 minute candle to make green. And it's kind of like hesitating down here. And I think I just end up taking not a flyer, but an intuition trade right. I'm waiting for it because it looks like the selling's slowing down. Either it just keeps totally continuing or it just totally slows down. I'm like, okay, well, it looks like it's going to break down lows. I'll just let it break lows again of this candle. It's me checking it. And I'm not going to stand in the way if they want to take it lower. But it keeps kind of curiously holding a little bit different here. And I'm like, if this 1 minute candle closes green, and so I'll take a chance on that. And I'm kind of comfortable in this setup. And then it just pops really high there, and I just take a cut. Take it off the table when it pops high. And in fact, I could have held longer, but I was kind of thirsty. You know when you're like thirsty for profits. You don't take the longer trades, but this clearly is like you're at least going to get 1 or 2 candles, I think, from this. That's what I've been thinking. Even though it looks like it's pinning at 4 right now, it's kind of noisy. With the stock in general, it's noisy. And look at that! Right after it tests down to 93, it's already up to 410. And it's just like that. And so still holding, waiting for the close. And look at that. It closes green. And now on this third candle, I probably would take it out. Just on like a pop higher. Right. Oh, I'd probably be forced to take it there because that looks scary. But if I didn't, I would take it right there. Yeah, because it's kind of just curling down now. Ooh. I go beat this. All right, so this was the highlight for then. And the low light comes shortly after here. As you can see, I have this nice channel ascending, blah, 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 drawn here. And I'm looking for a test there. And I'm like, okay, cool. It's doing what I think it's going to do. Looks like it's hesitating. I jump in. And I instantly get cut because it's a big size and it's jerking around. And I get back in again. This is a hard situation because it's like I wouldn't have held all the way down here. I did right in cutting the first time. I think I'm just a little bit early on this. It looks like there's a lot of selling potential bound up in this entire name, especially with how it kind of grinded up and like reinforced everyone just holding. And so, yeah, 2 times I jump in. This is going to be a 3rd time I'll jump in. Ow. And it's like I'm getting filled at 75, and I know immediately when I get filled, as it's like going higher, I'm just like, this is wrong. This is dumb. This is wrong. Not in a strict like bad move sense, but in a context of 3 separate trades within the same candle that are all going to be unprofitable, or all on, I don't know, they're decent size. What's a $3 name with $2? It's about, I don't know, it's maybe like a $7,000 position. This stock can move hot down, and I can lose like a couple hundred to maybe, I don't know how much do I think. Like if it halted down. So if it halted down at 316, I don't think it actually would halt down at 316. But if it started going that direction, I would definitely be cutting around 50s, and that would still be like a $600 to $800 loss. So what did I do right? What did I do wrong? I think what I did right was I waited initially for the flip lower. It was more volatile, I think, because it was the closing of the 10 5-minute candle. And I think what I could have done better is realize that there was a lot of room for a candle to form and to give it a little bit of space. And that because it broke the low here, it would probably be a while before, it would probably take a little bit before it recovered, because it already tested low, and this was like a breakthrough that test low. And so whoever had bought down there, or whoever bought up there with that as a stop, is now stopping out or looking to stop out. This fucking silliness. Okay. So, and then on a micro level, like, I thought I was being clever. So, very good at not trading that right there. Boom. Right down there. I'm like, okay. Pops up a little bit. And I get in kind of at the highs there. That was the first mistake. Get filled at this. I'm pretty much where I stopped out, a little above. No, it's just not working. And then this is where I was frustrated, because I bought again at the same fucking place, thinking it's going to go higher. And I knew it was bad. And I waited 1 second too long on that. And I was like, fuck. And that right there, those 3 trades back to back, erased I think I was up over 200 at that point. Not a lot of money, but it's a dumb amount of money to waste on this sort of type of trading on a day when it's kind of quiet. like a midsummer, quiet, not super volatile day. And so I think I was frustrated. So what I'm frustrating about, new verb, frustrating. What I'm frustrating about is the collapsing window of opportunity of the day and me feeling FOMO from that, not from a particular name. Because if a bunch of stuff was running, if we saw, a bunch of stocks all over the place, I'd be like, whatever, F this stock, it's just not worth my time. And also because I had done well on it earlier and then now flipping to not doing so well on it. Even though defensively I did great, uh, cutting was great, getting in was not so great. The entries were the problem, and the rapidity that I'm trying at a certain level is the problem. Entries at same level were the problem, at least on this specific stock. And yeah, I was just getting melted by 2 to 5 cents at a time, with a couple thousand shares. So yeah, that's just what happened, and I'm okay with it. And then now I try to get clever and buy the lows, and of course, after testing above 75 3 or 4 times already, I'm like, now I'm gonna buy the lows. Here we are, and I'm like, wow, this is a dumb decision. And immediately I cut it. Thank God. Oh, but wait, I buy again. This is such dumb trading. At least I stopped losing, though. It's actually a decent sign. When I can start getting small little micro wins, it's usually when I'm getting a better feel for what the sentiment of the stock is. Now that candle closed, it looks ugly. It looks like it's punching through that level, and I'm just like, this is dumb. This is super dumb. Super, super dumb. Hmm. As it creeps lower like that, I'm going to take another position. Also, that's a great sign. That big offer popping up, because once those get eaten up, it's like the seller has cleared. So let's see. Let's see if I take it. Boom. Okay. Oh. 3 cents down. Burp. I'm going to take my 3 cents back. Actually, I take 4 cents back. Almost 5. I'm like, yeah. Now I can leave this alone because I'm back to break even on the day. Yeah. So stupid. So dumb. All right. And it decides right here that was low. Okay. So highlight, highlight, low light, 1029. 1029 is the next one. Actually wasn't low, but it's staying sideways, so I keep it up. And then there. Dumb trading. Everybody loves dumb trading. Everybody loves dumb trading. Bark, 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 bark. Bark, 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 bark. Probably should have that downtrend drawn right there. Anyways, all right. That goes like that. I make a bet here because I am, how do you say, livid? Not livid. I think that's the wrong word. Mildly peeved. And I look away to trade this garbage over here. Right, right there. No. Hmm. Bye. And so. Bye. And so. Bye. So. Yeah, my instincts are a little off on these. Not gonna lie. This is very. I think it's partly just the sentiment of the day. Bye. So. Bye. Yeah. So now it would be holding 4K shares. Like, whew, came back up. Okay. Get a little bit more confident here. Just doing nothing. Just watching the numbers go. It's hesitating. It's going lower. And I'd be really confident buy. Sell. And last 2K. Yeah. Yeah. Oof. Holding, not doing anything. So. And that whole exercise would have been negative. And then I'd be trying to jump back in right here. But it would be dumb. Alright, what was I saying? Oh, bet. Okay, 1029. What did I actually buy? This is freaking deakin' annoying. You know, but this is just how the market's transitioning right now. It's going to these more everly annoying stocks, and I think that's just how. Fuck. I think the point of it is like the regime will change. It's called like a volatility regime. And that's so annoying. Buy? Sell. Buy. Sell. Buy. Oh, maybe I'm late. Oh, got out break even on that. Thank God. Sell. And then here's reverse. Ooh. Well, I guess that small trade, that one trade I took in the 20s was what I was trading and what I was writing about. Very skittish. How could I have played better? Because there was a lot of money to be made there. If I played it right, I guess what I would look at is, well, you know, you're here. You could probably hold it till like 13 if you buy right there. Buy right there, especially when that seller gets in. Um, and then just holding, because pop, sell. Okay. Yeah. Generally, the pop of excitement I found is the time of reversal. So I don't know. If you can determine relative excitement, you can usually determine where sellers will step in and use that for liquidity. So what could I have done better? Bought and held the red candle with stop at lows, basically, of candle. Realistically, it would have been 10. Stop at 10 lows. Could I have traded that dip? Let's see. Boom, buy. Cut. Yeah, because it's another peak in excitement. Buy. Cut. Looks like there's a lot of money to be made just by like not giving a shit what the chart says, even if it's gonna go lower. Basically, just take the opposite trade of retail of your buddies, and if you get flushed on, well then you get flushed on because you lose a lot doing the other stuff too. Like think about trying to take that. Like, you would never take that breakout at 4.5, even if it went into a halt. Like, that would be hellish. It'd just be so crazy. Anyways, I think that's going to wrap up my show notes of the day. Those were all the timestamps I had to review. And today I'm going to be working on practice trades while I watch tape. You know how I was saying buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Practice trades of that while I watch tape to eliminate my outsized L's, which both come from the repetitive buying of like upticks. It's probably like the most basic way I can put it. Repetitive uptick buying in the same candle, and the holding after buying an uptick. And just like letting it fall apart, or a downtick. And just like as it falls apart, I just hold too long. And so like understanding where we're seeing how much of that I can eliminate, so I can just add size without those. Because I generally do pretty well about not getting caught in flushes, like into like halts or even deep flushes. I tend to really fall apart when it's a slow kind of grind lower to a speed up grind lower. And it's just like my reflexes are a little bit slow in that respect. So, that's what I'm going to be working on today. Anyways, peace out. Thanks for watching.